morning. It's early. I have no makeup on. You see me in the raw. I haven't even brushed my hair. I came out to the garden. I'm going to collect some greens and I'm going to make eggs. And then I'm going to start my day and see what I want to do. Not sure what I want to do, but I started doing something and I thought, maybe I should share how I clean my table out here. Hope everybody's doing well. Doing really good. I'm actually having a cup of tea today. Felt like tea. Didn't feel like any sugar. Probably too much peanut brittle. I'm done with peanut brittle. If you make peanut brittle, if you saw that thing, don't make it all the time. It's a treat. It's not something you make a lot of. No, I just felt like tea. And I thought I'd come out. It's so pretty and quiet. And there's been a lot of birds around. I think the hummingbirds are coming through. I think they're actually starting to head up north. And we are supposed to be warmer than usual. So that's a good thing, and hopefully it will stay that way. We've had a lot of rain, and it's been really cold. But, I'm going to share a tip with you. A lot of you may already know, but, it works for me. I have to do a couple of videos probably on harvesting ginger and harvesting my turmeric. It's ready. I tried to peek in one, and it's so packed, the containers, that I figured I better get that done. And I thought I would use my nice old blue what would you call it? It's an umbrella table. I don't have the umbrella. The umbrella's long gone. It flew away one day. It flew off. It was actually, the table used to be on the deck and we had a really bad windstorm. That's when you learned you don't leave umbrellas in. And it went off the deck and into the ground, smashed. And so we keep umbrellas all closed unless we're going to use it. And the moment we're done with it, then we go ahead and close it up. But anyways, the table is great. The table was probably purchased I'm going to guess around 1992. It's old. I still have the chairs to it. It was a grocery store special. They had it with the umbrella and it was like $35. It was at a regular grocery store and it was at the end of summer. So Gary ran and got it for me and picked it up. I told him I saw it and I think I paid for it and he went and picked it up. Had 4 chairs. And they're dark blue, and then the table has kind of got a mosaic look to it, so it really looks really cool. The chairs, I've got a couple in my rainbow garden down there, and then there was a couple that kind of cracked, and this was before I started the rainbow garden. I told Gary, go ahead and throw them away, and I'm sorry I did. All right, let me show you what I'm doing with the table and turn this around. This is the table I was telling you about. See, it's the resin type table. It's plastic. And it's actually in pretty good shape considering how old it is. It's really old. And it's well into the 20s, mid-20s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it up so it looks really nice if I do a video on camera. And I start cleaning it up. Look how pretty it looks. So you go from this, I don't know if you can tell. See how dull it is there? See how dull it is? And see how beautiful and dark it is here? Well, it's kind of like waxing furniture. So what I did is I went into the cupboard and I found some oil in the back of the cupboard, and I don't think it's rancid. I smelled it, but I can't tell because it's safflower, and I don't usually use safflower oil. So this is how you can get your outdoor tables looking really good. Oh, you could go buy your own stuff, but instead of throwing this away, I think the oil is really good anyways. I'm just sitting it here on the chair. You know what? I better cap it, because if I knock it, I'll have oil all over, and that you don't want. But see how light it is? Now you just take a plain paper towel and you start rubbing it in. Now what you want to do, see how the color comes out? How rich it is? Look at that. You want to wipe it to the point where you get all the oil off. So even after you're completely done, you take it all off. You don't want to leave the oil. Can you do this to totes? Oh yes. It's kind of like putting oil on your skin. I mean, think about it. When you're polishing furniture, it's a type of oil. Well, if you've got vegetable oil, and you're using such a small amount, this works perfect. I've done this before. Now see here, I don't know if the sun is just starting to see how white it is? Now watch. And you could even put it on a little heavier and then let it sit, and the oil will soak into the plastic, and then go back and wipe it till it's dry. You don't want it oiling. But it's going to look really good on camera. It's going to give it a new look. And that's what I wanted to share with you. That's what I'm doing today. So this way, when I come out here and I do a video and I dump everything on there, it'll look really good. So I've done a little bit here and I haven't done it there yet. You can see the difference. And it's not even greasy because I've wiped it really good, but I'm gonna get a better paper towel when I'm all done and then just finish it up really good and make sure it's well dried, because that's the last thing you want. You don't want to leave it greasy. It's not gonna hurt anything, but I wouldn't. It will repel water too. So if it rains, it'll bead and just go right off. But I think it's just gonna look fabulous. It's no different than oiling your furniture. So if you've got some outdoor furniture that is a resin and you want to kind of give it a umph and you don't want to paint it, now, if you plan on painting it, do not oil it, because then you will be, and even cleans too, look at that. You will be fighting the paint that you're going to put on. So do not oil any of the chairs that you plan on, painting it. So if you plan on doing it at some point soon, then don't oil it. But you can go back later. You can always wash it with a little soap and water later if you thought you want to paint it, like I do the chairs. See the difference? See how nice it looks? This is all dry, and it's gonna look really nice. Kind of gives it a whole different look. You can almost see, I didn't do the whole thing, like I missed here. I can see where I missed, but you sure can see here. Okay? You can see the difference here. See how right there it's white, and then here where I did it this morning here. Look how beautiful it looks. So I'm gonna finish up the table and then I can use it. I've got potatoes to harvest. I'm not sure how I'm gonna harvest those. Ginger and turmeric I've got to get harvested. I'm gonna do that little by little. And I can do it on the table, or I could just sit and have coffee or tea with you guys and do it here. So I thought I'd give you a little tip, a little yard tip for your yard furniture. You don't have to go out and buy anything fancy. And then, like I said, this is well oiled now. So you want to get a better paper towel, one more paper towel, wipe it really good, and then you kind of given more life to your table. But look at that, that table's been around a long time and it's doing really good. Even looks shiny now. So I hope I've given you an idea on how you can refurbish, regenerate, bring life back into an old resin table if you haven't painted it. Now, can I do this? Sure, I can do the ones I've painted. I'm not going to paint it, so it doesn't matter, and it will bring out the color. I don't know if you can see, but I can see the color is coming out because this is already painted. See that no color comes off. But the point is, you don't want to do a plain chair. Let's say I had this chair and I wanted to paint it. Don't do that. That you just want to wash with water, let it dry, and then paint the white resin chair like I did this one. But going back to clean it up, a cloth with a little bit of oil. I mean, look how it brings out the yellow and the color. And this one I did last spring. You saw me do it. Look at that. No paint comes off because the paint you get, the tester paint, this is just tester paint from Home Depot. I actually bought this one online. So I didn't go in and get the oops paint. I think I paid like $4 for a container and I still have a lot of it left. But yes, you can go back and do that to your furniture. See how it brings out the color? You can see I stopped here and it's lighter here. And it cleans it up really nice and it makes it look really good. So that's it. So there's the chair garden and there's a blue one on the end there. You'll see the dark blue one that goes to the table. That's an old chair and it's still going strong. There's one more around here somewhere and I'm not sure what happened to the other ones. Maybe both of them got thrown out. So that's it. So I'm gonna spend a little time in the garden, finish up my tea, watch the birds coming in. The hummingbirds have been feeding in the bird garden as well as out the window. And of course, the regular birds, all the other ones are coming in and they're using my solar fountains. With that, have a wonderful, wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, everybody.